Brooks from The Color Purple.
Sure, thank you.
What's your name?
I'm Liam.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You heard it here first, KTLA.
You are the first.
I'm Judith Light. 3 Imagen Awards yesterday, including Best Director. So if you wouldn't mind
The busiest person I've ever met in my life. Look at this. Breakthrough Director Award.
Oh my God, is that me? Is that what I'm getting? That's awesome.
That's pretty good.
You heard it here first.
For a directorial debut.
I know. I don't even have words for this week. You know, yesterday we swept the Imagen Awards with Best Film, Best Lead Actor, Best Director, and to get that validation, when you put a piece of art out in the world, you're just like, cross your fingers and hope, like, God, I hope critics don't destroy it. I hope it's received by our audiences everywhere with love and the intention that we made it. And so for me, all of these accolades is just shining a light on like, oh, okay, those stories matter. Our stories matter. I learned that I'm a good director, and I mean that very humbly, because I think as women we doubt, we have imposter syndrome, I'm not ready, maybe I don't know enough, I'm a little nervous. Everybody's nervous. Nervous is good. It should fuel your days, you know, with like, I got to get this right. And then women, I think, women and then a person of color have that extra pressure to get it right. We don't get to fail, and we don't have that opportunity. And so for me, I think, you know, I have confidence in my talent, and I'm excited to continue doing more. Yeah, definitely makes directing for me, because I mean everybody's like, oh, every actor should be a director. Not every actor should be a director. It's a special level of patience. But I think for me, that's my superpowers. I know how to communicate with actors, and so with Flaming Hot being a character piece about Richard Montañez, Jesse and I worked really closely. We had such a shorthand because I knew what he was going through, I knew what he was feeling, I knew the work that he had to put into this role, and Annie as well. And so to have that understanding, sometimes directors don't really understand the process. I was like, I get it. And also tell me your process, because I need to adapt to that process, and you need to adapt to the camera. So it's like this really beautiful elastic relationship between us and them, and I think when you have been on the other side of the camera, it definitely helps.
No, I don't think it's crazy. I do feel like I've been around long enough to see things change, and I have been fortunate enough to get incredible opportunities to play roles that had never been played before and be a part of stories that took a lot of work to get made in this industry. And so, you know, I think that I'm proud of the award and being called a groundbreaker, but I also know that like I'm one of many generations, one person in many generations of artists who have worked with the circumstances and conditions that they found in this industry, and they did the work in front of them, and it opened doors for the next generation and the next generation, and we all have to be groundbreakers. Like we don't really have a choice. Like for those of us who aren't used to seeing ourselves in this industry, if we want space, we have to make it. And so yes, I consider myself a groundbreaker, and I consider everyone here tonight a groundbreaker.
Yeah, I've been doing this a long time. And for a lot of people, they've been, I mean, this is a privilege. Our life is a privilege, okay? Anyone that's in this industry. And I'm very grateful to the, the critics, choice or association for even doing something like this. I was just saying it's the first time I've ever seen anything like this, and I've been in it for 50 years, so. I'm very enthused by the fact that we're doing events like this, and that I miss the indigenous core in here. You know, I wish they were here. I'm part of them, so you know I'm representing my indigenous root here too. But I would like to have seen. I would like to see them, you know, because it's an African American, Asian American, Latino experience that they're accentuating, and I represent the Latino, but the Latinos we're Native American. You know, I was very grateful that in time the choices that I've made have really become things that have moved forward. 5 of my films are now in the National Registry here in the United States, and that's a lot. You know, most people don't get one, so I've been very fortunate. So in my world and where I come from, this has been a blessing, and I'm very grateful for it.
You know, I want to leave my stamp in Hollywood as well, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to do that in this way with such a huge platform and the impact that I know this story will have. Just already hearing that all of these people are like buying out theaters and like they're hitting already numbers that WB Warner Brothers has never hit before. Like, I'm very impressed, but I'm ready for this moment. You know, I think sometimes you don't get what you need until you're ready to receive it, and I'm ready for it. I've been in this industry for over 10 years now, and I've been doing my little guest spots here and there, and you know, recurring on this and that, and just waiting my turn, and I think it's time.